Hello, I'm Daniel, and I'm here to talk to you today about Senate Bill 1006, or S1006. And this is called the Federal Workforce Freedom Act. Doesn't that sound good? It's got the word freedom in it. That's how they get you, right? They call it the opposite of what it is. So this was proposed by Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, and it was co-sponsored by Senator Mike Lee of Utah. And so if you know a thing or two, you know Utah has a big IRS service center. He's not doing a good job representing his constituents that work at the IRS, because this harms them. This harms all of us, okay? So what is this bill, S1006? It would prohibit federal employees from organizing or joining labor unions in order to collectively bargain. It would ban federal agencies from negotiating with unions, and it would terminate all collective bargaining agreements between unions and federal agencies. So, our contract would be gone. Our negotiations would be over. We wouldn't be in a position they would not negotiate with us. They would not let us file grievances. They would not let us do most of the work we do. They would not let us do anymore if this passed. Now, if you've been paying attention to the President of the United States, he did write an executive order, and it's called, this is a wordy title, it's called Exclusions from Federal Labor Management Relations Programs, okay? And we've been fighting that in court, right? We've been fighting that in court because we think that executive order is not legal, that he cannot just throw out union contracts because he wants to. So we've been fighting that in court. This bill, S1006, would make what he wants to do legal. It would be the law of the land. And that's why we're worried about it. That's why we're up against it. I do have to tell you, though, there's not a House version of this bill at this time. So at this time, it's not on the verge of passing, but that said, we need to stand up and say this is not okay. We need to stand up and say this is not okay, because we deserve the right to have a union. All working people do. Union busting is disgusting. Union busting is disgusting, and we all need to stand together and be against it, all right? So this is your call to action. I want you to call your senator and tell them that you want them to aggressively oppose Senate Bill 1006. And I'm gonna put the phone numbers of the Kansas and Missouri senators here. And if you're watching this and you're not from Kansas City and you're somewhere else, I'm gonna put the congressional switchboard down here too. So what I want is for all of you to call them, flood their phone lines so they have to think about us, so that they know that the people that live in their states are not okay with Senate Bill 1006. All right? So that's it for today. I'm going to do this every Wednesday, so get ready. And thank you very much for listening. I love you all.